everybody, I am Indiana Cuber, and today we will be showing my top 5 most hardest cubes. And also, good news, I have hired Mitch as my original cameraman for life.
Hey guys!
I got him. Let's get into the video. In 5th place of my hardest cubes we have the Gem Cube. The reason this cube came in 5th place is because it's quite hard to tell with these triangles in the middle. So sometimes if you switch them around, it'll get all messed up and you'll have to do parity. And it's just really hard to see which shapes you need to put where. And there's a lot of parities in this, so that's why it came in 5th place on my hardest cubes. In 4th place on my top 5 most hardest cubes, we have the Mix-Up Cube. The reason this cube came in 4th place is because I actually haven't even solved it. I've kept this way ever since the video I made on how to make it. And I've never looked up any tutorials, but it seems to be really hard. It's a shapeshifter, obviously. I made this out of a 3x3 and a Fisher cube. And you see, these parts are obviously part of the Fisher cube. So this center just became an edge, quite clearly. And then that's how it mixes up. Really, I'm just quite scared that I'll never solve it because I haven't. And the next cube in 3rd place is the Mix-Up Cube 2.0. Okay, so this is also made out of a Fisher cube and a regular Rubik's Cube. Okay, and obviously I'm also quite scared to just solve it. I'm worried I'll never solve it. I don't believe in myself. That's
Congratulations.
I know.
You should be proud.
No. Why? Okay. And it just looks like such a challenge. Maybe next year.
Chicken. Buck buck bucket. Buck 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 bucket. Chicken.
I will end you. Next cube. 2nd place on my most hardest cubes, we've got the Rubik's Cube 360. Okay, I've solved this quite a few times, but it really gives me a challenge and gives you the frustration when you're trying to get all these balls through the holes and into the right lane. It's super hard. I've got my own method, but it's not that good. And what you need to do is obviously there are these holes which release the balls into the center. And you see, balls will obviously all go into the center if you jiggle them around. And that's pretty much its scrambled state. That's what makes it hard. You've got to try and get it to through this hole and then through that hole. And obviously you'll have to go through trial and error. There aren't any tutorials because obviously it's just by chance. And yeah, that's why it came in 2nd place on my Rubik's Cubes. And the number 1 cube out of my 41 cubes in my collection, out of all of them, is the hardest, is the Unknown. The reason why this is the hardest cube out of my whole collection is because I've never solved it. There are no tutorials on YouTube that I have found on how to solve it. And I've never even found its name. Sure, I said it at the start, the Unknown. That's not its name. I just named it that because I don't know what the hell it is called. No idea how it works, no idea how to collect pieces. It's just completely random. I got given this by my friend Robbie in Amsterdam. He had so many, he even gave me my Fisher cube. Jesus Christ, look at this. If you know the name of this,
Dude, guess what it looks like?
And that is why it is my most hardest cube out of my 41 cubes in my collection. Because I don't have any tutorials.
You could just figure it out yourself, but never mind.
True. No. I've already tried that. These are the Rubik's Cubes that were so close to making the list. First one on the... almost the hardest cubes in my collection is the Siamese Cube. Obviously, I've made better ones, but I've used them to create other harder cubes. And this one is because you can only use one side unless you flip it around, and then you can use the other. But there's very, very hard algorithms to learn, very long algorithms to learn, just to solve it, especially in Friedrich method. And that's one of them.
Oh, wait, dude. I just thought of something. Maybe you should make, like, a Siamese cube, but instead of using 2 cubes, you use 3 cubes. Does that work?
I've been thinking about that.
Let's make
Future video!
Yay!
Okay. Next cube is the 6x6. I've never solved this. I'm trying to learn to solve it, but it's still very hard once I try to learn it myself. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. That's why it almost made the list. The Tower Cube. A lot of people think when I went to a competition and bragged this, they thought, dude, that's so easy. How can you not solve it? And I'm just like, I've solved it like 5 times in my life, but that was only by accident. Okay? Okay. This is because it's a shapeshifter. I'm not very good with shapeshifters other than ones that I'm very familiar with. This one was quite a surprise when I saw it. I was just like, I need to have this. It looks pretty easy, but it wasn't. And it almost made the list, but didn't quite.
Oh,
The new one.
Fruit Loop.
Fruit Loop? Anyway, the Axis Cube. This almost made it because it's hard for the centers to be orientated correctly, and I always get very, very annoyed once I get a piece into the right place, but then the center is not orientated correctly. So you can pretty much end a solve, like this, by accident. No joke, that can happen. So freaking annoying. That it's very unsatisfying when you do it as well. Like you don't even realize it. It sucks. But it's still a very fun cube to solve. It really gives me a challenge. But it didn't quite make the list because I went to solve it myself. Hope you enjoyed the video. These were my top 5 most hardest cubes in my whole collection. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Really?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time in the future video. I'll actually give you a sneak peek on it. It's
But now what's to stop? Wish we could turn back